Hello everybody, this is Michelle with Creative Operation and Country Craft Creations. This is the complete walkthrough of my finished album that I did for the February design team. I'm using 49 in Market's Whispering Way collection. It's absolutely gorgeous. And I really hope you like this album. I think it turned out fantastic. We've got a couple new things, a couple reimagined things, and I think you're going to like it. So I wanted to go through a full walkthrough in this video, and do go check out all of my tutorials. There are going to be 4 parts of this tutorial, and they all deal with the cover and a couple of pages in each one. If I put them all in one tutorial, it was going to be way too long. So I hope that you understand, and there is a playlist linked down below with all of the videos that I have available for this album. So please do go check that out and watch. So again, 49 in Market's Whispering Way. It's a gorgeous country themed album, or paper collection, I should say. It's awesome. In my haul, I used pretty much everything. There's only a couple pages that I did not cut into, and I used almost the entire pack of the artisan cardstock. So it does take quite a little bit. I used most of the flowers. I used quite a few buttons. I did use some magnets. So I did use 3 sets of magnets in this as well. All of the seam binding, all of the twine that I received, I used, and I actually did have to add a little bit more twine because I wanted to do a little bit more embellishments. So I did have some twine that I bought from Country Craft Creations in my stash. I also did incorporate some little gems that I had from a previous design team package. These are sparkle embellishments. I had them a long time ago, so I don't know if they're available yet, but they are called Autumn Glory, from Buttons Galore and More. They were on... it was a while ago. So anyways, but there's little gems in here that I decided to use in this collection because I thought that the yellows matched. So I did do that. So I think that's it as far as like what supplies I used. I used quite a lot. It's a 6-page album. The entire size, let me grab my ruler just to make sure I don't steer you incorrectly. It's 7.5 by 8 1/4. It has a 3.5-inch spine, and it does have 6 pages, and they're interactive, and we've got some fun things to show you. So on the cover, oh, I also got rub-ons, and I used the entire pack of rub-ons in this album, and during the tutorial I'll show you where I put them. But like I added some on the cover here with the flowers, the buttons, some twine, and then some of the gems too. Wanted to incorporate some of the flowers that I received in the design team package in the flowers that were on the front here, and I just thought this cover turned out really, really pretty. Added the butterfly rub-ons here, just super cute. Let me show you the back, and then I'll untie it and show you the spine. So the back here I left kind of plain. I did use rub-ons for decorating the back, but just let kind of the pattern paper be back here. And then when we untie this with this gorgeous ribbon that I received, let me open this up flat so you can see the spine. So on the spine, I did add the rub-on here with the roosters, and then I added the florals, a button, and some twine back here. I attached the flowers, except for the front. I did actually use art glitter glue on the front, but on these and throughout the rest of the album, I kind of used my hot glue gun as well. Okay, so let's close this up and open it and start from the beginning. So when you open this up, we have kind of a cascading page thing going on. I was kind of playing off the idea I had with the 2-page wonder kind of thing. So it's not really a 2-page wonder kind of thing, but that's kind of what I was thinking. But we do have graduated pages, and there's lots of interaction. You can see that the pages are kind of full. Even with my 1/4-inch give space, there's a lot going on. So I just wanted to share that with you. Okay, so on the front and the back inside covers, we do have this fun pop out. And let me move this over so you can see it completely, because I want this kind of in the middle here. So I use the papers in continuity, and then when you open these up, they open up 2 ways. So you open up like this, you have 4 photo mats, used the rub-ons here, and then you open it up and you have this side as well. And each of these do that. So you have 8 photo opportunities in each one of these. So 16 on the front and 16 on the back. Isn't that cute? I just love how that turned out. And then I was trying to figure out, like, I used a lot of magnets, but I didn't want to use like all magnets. So I wanted to use my seam binding to kind of also tie some stuff shut. So I did use seam binding, and the little mice are peeking out. I just think it's super cute. So again, that is on the inside back cover as well. And on this one, I used my cow paper, and that's in cut from one piece of paper too. I go over that in the tutorial. And again, it opens up one direction with the rub-ons here, and then the other direction. Isn't that great? I love this. This is not a new idea, but I was playing with how to do it, and I thought it was kind of fun to do it this way. So there you go. And I like that, you know, when you open it up, I mean, it's just super cute. I just love that. Lots of photo opportunities. And then you have your cow peeking around the bow. It's just cute. And that cow is adorable. I mean, like, seriously, isn't he cute? I just love him. Okay, so let's talk about the pages. So I went through, this is fully decorated. So this, the full decoration is not in the tutorial, so we'll talk about that. On the front here, this one, I added a button and I tied twine through it and then glued it down with my hot glue gun, and then that raises up. I used rub-ons here, but kept the photo mat area plain. And then on the back of this, I used rub-ons here as well. This one was actually cut in half, and I used some on the top, some on the bottom. Then I added the rub-on here with the little quilted heart, and then left this open for photos. Isn't that pretty paper? It's just gorgeous. So that closes. That does have a magnet closure. You turn the page, and we have a pocket back here. And I added the rub-on, you reap what you sow, and the butterfly here to that paper. Used my little corner rounder that I like, and then I added photo mats. I talked about the size, but I added rub-ons up here and left the photo mat plain. And then this piece I had as a scrap. I was kind of saving it because I really wanted to use the roosters, and added the chicken wire down here. On my tags, I did punch a small 1/8 inch hole and tie, or I thread the seam binding through it, and then tied the twine around it and through the button, and that's how I attached that. So those two tags go in here. This page I left as a photo mat page. I did add just a little button up here. Added some of the rub-ons with the paint splotches here, but have a photo mat page. So some of the pages do have photo mats. This is a slider page, so you can either slide this off or you can pop the pages up. At the bottom here, I did add some of my flowers and some twine, and then that opens up and you have photo mats above and below, and then this beautiful page here. I did add some rub-on stitching here and here. And then that closes up. Now there's two ways to close it. Oh, I did add the rub-on on the front there with the newsprint, and then on the back there's just a piece of the pattern paper back here. So you can slide this on, or you can do this little maneuver if I can get it open, and then just pop it on that away, and that will keep it closed. Okay, now I have to have a waterfall, so we do have a stacked waterfall in here, and it's super fun. I left all the pages blank so that you could add your photos, but then you also have a photo opportunity here. Okay. Yeah, this paper collection did not have cut aparts, so I was trying to see what I could do with the papers that I had. This page here is a side opening pop-up, and I don't know what that string is. Okay, so it's a side opening kind of pop-up. So I added, and I didn't talk about this in the tutorial, a little pull tab. So I did fold over a piece of my seam binding and then glued a flower over top of that on top of the page here. And that just gives you a little pull. It does have a magnet closure, and when you open it up, it explodes up and out. And I did add a rub-on here with the heart and the stitching. And I added the little heart down here in the tile as well. But that's a nice photo opportunity there. You can put photos here, here, all over here. And then I show you how to cut all of this out of one piece of paper so that you can cover this all, okay? So there's that. And then here is another page. It does have another magnet closure. And I did the same thing with the seam binding, except I added the button and the twine on this side, and this just pulls open. And then here's another explosion, so it opens up like that. Okay, so you can put a photo here, here. I added the rub-ons, the butterfly, the splotches, and the butterfly with splotches there. Okay, super fun, really easy. There's another photo mat page, and on this one, in the decoration, I just added 2 of the flowers, and you can tuck your picture underneath those. Okay, on this page, I didn't really add anything extra during the decoration phase. Did add the rub-on the front there, and it ties with the seam binding, so that opens up. You do have a photo mat opportunity here. I did add the rub-on with the beads. And then this opens up, and this is a pop-up. So you can see how it pops up, but this also can come out. So you have a removable tag in there. So I added rub-ons here, I added rub-ons here, and then that just tucks right in between there. Left this page as is, and then this page I left as is. Isn't that cool? So that just pops in there, and it closes and closes here, and then ties together with the seam binding. Like so. Okay, love the colors, so pretty. So this one is a slider page, and I had kind of an idea with this one, so I did add pull tabs. So again, folded over the seam binding, glued it on top of the paper that I already had, and then put a flower over top of the edges. Then when you pull, you have a photo opportunity or pattern paper opportunity underneath, and then these just slide closed like that. So pretty easy mechanism, but really fun to make, and I think you'll like it too. And then I just cut the papers over here so that they, you know, were in continuity as well. So it kind of looks like one picture, and then poof, you got another one. So that is that page. Here is something that I had done, one of my first design team projects that I did. I kind of created this quad pocket kind of thing. So we have 4 pockets on this page, and they all kind of go different directions. So I'll pull the tags out. I did decorate with some rub-ons here, and I did add a couple of the gems here. I added a bee here, some splotches and things like that. And then the tags, I used scrap papers and use the blue seam binding with the twine and the button. So we have one tag, then this tag here. Kind of left this one alone because it was super pretty. Okay, on the back added the rub-on up here. Then I have this tag, and again, out of the leftover papers, and 49 and Market papers are so sturdy that I just, you know, you can use these without having to put white on them if you don't want to, without white cardstock mats or anything. So I did add a rub-on here, and I added a rub-on here with the lantern, and then a couple splotches down here on this one. And then last but not least, we have this tag with the cow. Love that cow. I love that cow. So I had to use them again. And I left this as is on the back. I added the Farm Fresh egg rub-on here, and then some tile here. And this was actually cut from this one here. So I shared the wealth. And then this is what the page looks like without the tags in the pockets. I had kept this from decorating the front cover, and I wanted to use that. So I've got my roosters up there. Added bees here, here, and here. So that's how I decorated that. And then all of these tags just go inside like so. Isn't that fun? I love that. And I hadn't done this in a long time, so I thought this was about time I did that again. Then you have this page here. This is the back of page 6. It has a giant tag. I did use the coordinating cardstock paper that came with the collection, added a white photo mat, and then I did do rub-ons here with the wall and the splotches, and then the flowers here at the top. Then what that does is keeps this closed, so I did a little flip booklet. Okay, and then I did it, and it is off center. You'll notice that because of the paper that I chose, I wanted the little mice to peek out from around it. So that's why it is off center. You can, depending on the paper you pick, move it more center if that is something that you want to do. And then we have a diagonal pocket here, and that's where that tag goes to keep everything closed. And then again, we're to the back of the album with the fold outs here. So that is the full walkthrough of this album. I think it turned out absolutely gorgeous. I love the interactions with it. I do love, you know, having some pages that are just photo mat pages. The pages are simple. As far as you could put a photo here, I left kind of some white space, if you will. But I think this is turned out really well. I love this album. I hope you do too, because I just think this is so much fun. Lots of different things, lots of different interactions and lots of places to put your photos. So thank you so much for watching. I really hope you like this. Go check out all of the tutorials if you haven't already. And thank you so much for watching. Again, this is my February design team project for Country Craft Creations using 49 and Market's Whispering Way collection, and I think it's just gorgeous, and I hope you like it because I really do. So thanks for watching. Stay crafty. Go check out all the tutorials, and I will see you again soon with more fun projects. All right, take care. Bye-bye.